Hi, my name's Todd. Nice to meet everybody. I am making this video for anybody that's interested, but mostly for guys out there that are curious about dating Filipino girls, uh, going to the Philippines, meeting the right girl, that kind of thing. So I'm going to share my story, and it's kind of a personal story. I'll give you my background, but really it's more of a love story because I've fallen in love with a beautiful girl from the Philippines, and I want to share the story. And I hope that this leads to you, if this is what you're interested in, finding your perfect Filipina girlfriend and eventually wife. So I'll start kind of. I'm from Boston originally. Spent the last 30 years in San Diego. I was married to a very nice, beautiful lady. We have two incredible kids together, so that's my salvation. My beautiful teenagers, and so 20 years of marriage, and it didn't work out. But I again have some beautiful teenagers to show for it, and that was worth it. So was married 20 years, got separated and divorced about 5 years ago, and so those especially those first few months living on my own. I mean, I got an apartment after having a beautiful home and a family. I moved out, got an apartment. It was pretty lonely, so be prepared for that if that's where you're headed. My background is that I sell exotic cars here in the valley. I live in Coachella Valley. I actually live. I'm almost afraid to say this, but I live here at Del Webb, which is a 55 and over community. It's a beautiful community, and I'm actually coming to you from the clubhouse here. So, just to give you an idea, that's where I'm making this video. And just to say, I'm by no means a professional vlogger or presenter by any means. It's just not what I do. So hopefully you don't laugh too hard at some of my mistakes here in this video. So when I got divorced 5 years ago, like I said, it was lonely. But after about 6 months, I went on some dating sites. I went on Match.com, Bumble. Definitely, probably went a little too crazy. I was like dating a bunch and like basically serial dating. I'm not sure it was healthy, but it was fun. And so after about a year of that, year or two of that, I got kind of frustrated, and I decided to go to FilipinaCupid.com. I'd always been interested in Filipino girls, Asian girls, thought they were pretty, was curious, had heard some good things, have a friend, Randy, that has a beautiful wife, Filipino wife, and just so I thought I'd give it a shot. And so here's what happened when I went on FilipinoCupid.com. I got frickin' bombarded. I had so many girls interested. It was quite flattering, a little overwhelming. I wasn't used to it. Definitely, probably didn't handle parts of it well. But I had hundreds of girls, and then it became literally like probably 3,000 girls sent me messages over the first few months. So I spent quite a while trying to figure out, who was who, and if you're looking for a Filipina girl, you're definitely going to run into some good ones and maybe some not great ones. You're going to run into some girls with kids, which I did, which was great. You got to be careful. You got to be gentle and be really gentle with them and their kids. And if you're video chatting with them and their kids get to know you a little bit and look forward to hearing from you, you just have to be very kind and thoughtful about how you handle all that. You're going to meet some girls that are really young, but probably too young for you. I met some girls that were too young for me, but it was, again, flattering and kind of tempting to chat with them and video with them. You're going to meet some scammers. You're definitely going to meet some girls that are going to want to take your money and do that kind of thing. So, be careful. Be smart about who you're talking to. If you meet a girl and right off the bat she's, her sister's sick and her mom's sick and, she needs money for this or that's going to happen. That's guaranteed. So you just have to kind of navigate that parts of it. Just be careful of girls that ask you for money right away. That's kind of a bad sign. It's a red flag. And again, with the girls with kids, just be careful. So for me, I met lots of girls. I met some beautiful women. kind of got a little overwhelming, and so I boiled it down to a few girls, which then was I felt kind of felt kind of a little guilty talking to more than one girl at once. But that was, look, I'm looking for a wife, so um, I suggest that you try to slim it down like I did. I got it down to like 3 or 4 girls that I was talking to on a regular basis, and that went on for a couple months. But here's what happened, and this will probably happen to you. One of the girls stood out. She was really special, and so that's the girl that I'm in a relationship with now. We've dated for about a year and a half. Her name's Chris. She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she's a just straight knockout, to be honest with you. So she is 31. I'm 56. So there's an age gap. So there's some challenges there. Could probably do a whole video on the age gap challenges, but I'll just kind of breeze by that now and just say that's it's likely that you'll find a girl younger than you, and you'll have to think that through a little bit. When you meet a Filipina girl, you're going to meet either a city girl or a country girl from the province. And so my girl's straight up country. She's from the province. She comes from a tiny little village outside of Butuan City. And I'll tell you about the first trip I made there. After we had been chatting and um, kind of video chatting and talking and texting all day long. By the way, when you meet girls from the Philippines, you'll probably move over to Messenger or to WhatsApp. So that's kind of the move when you meet the girl and you chat on Filipino Cupid or whatever. You move the conversation over to WhatsApp or Messenger. So my first trip there after talking to Chris, I guess maybe 6 or 8 months. So last May of 22, I went over there for the first time. It was absolutely amazing. I met her family. I got to kind of witness the Filipino culture, and I met her in Butuan City. We went out to visit her family, got to know her sisters, nieces and nephew, her mom. They made me a beautiful feast. I mean, they were super hospitable. That's the one thing you'll notice about the Filipino culture and their families and the people there. They're just very kind and thoughtful people, very honest, at least most of them. So when I went over there, I definitely fell in love with this girl. I mean, we spent like a week together. We jumped from Butuan City. We went down to Surigao del Sur in that province, and went to this place, the Britannia Islands. It was beautiful there. We stayed at a resort called O's Landing, and O's Landing is in the Britannia Islands area. We took some excursions. We went out on some really cool, like this little boat. This guy took us out for the whole day. It was like $40, and we went to like 7 different islands. He just dropped us off, and we got to explore the islands by ourselves. It was really kind of a neat experience, but just a super good bonding experience, a way to get to know somebody really well. And so my first trip there, I was there for like a week. Came home as I was leaving there. I mean, it was actually hard to leave her, because you realize, like, man, I'm falling in love with this girl, but she lives in the Philippines and I'm going back to the States, and like, what's going to happen next? And so here's what happened. After a couple more months of chatting and talking and definitely being in love, we decided to file for a K1 90-day fiancé visa through the immigration process. And again, that's probably, I could do a whole video on that process, but just real quickly, I'll say that we're in the process right now. We're about 3 or 4 months into the K1 visa process. We filed that back in the fall, I think, mid late fall. So here it is, March, and we're still waiting to hear. We've got, they've got a case number and that kind of thing. But we filed through a service called Rapid Visa, and they're very helpful. They're, I don't think, a law firm, but they kind of guide you through the process and help you navigate the K1 visa process, which is super tricky. It's a total pain in the neck. You're going to have to jump through a bunch of hoops and provide bunches of information about yourself and your future wife and that kind of thing. So we're waiting on that process. They were really helpful. Someone else that's been helpful during our process, and this just a shout out to her, is the Filipina P. She is this wonderful young lady from the Philippines who makes videos all about the Philippines and relationships with girls from the Philippines and how to navigate all that stuff from traveling there, what to do, what not to do, how to find the right girl. And so she was super helpful, and I appreciate her in her videos. A couple months more have gone by, and here we are, like we're in March of 2023. I just went there last week again to visit my beautiful fiance, Chris. And so I made it official. I took a ring over there. We met in Manila, and then we jumped on a flight the next day over to Boracay, which is a beautiful place. That's kind of the Honolulu of the Philippines. Boracay has got these beautiful beaches. Stayed at this incredible resort called Aqua. And shout out to Edwin, who made our trip really special. He's the GM at Aqua in Boracay, and beautiful place. So we stayed there, and like the first night we got to Boracay, to Agua Hotel, I asked them, I said, hey, you know, we're going to have a dinner tomorrow night. We got reservations in the hotel. Could you make it special for us? You know, give us a nice table. Well, we showed up, and it was unbelievable. Way more than we could have imagined or expected. They had a table out by the pool set up for us that was exquisite. They had beautiful lights, lanterns, flowers. It was decorated. It looked like a scene out of The Bachelor or something like that, you know, the TV show. And it just provided for a great location for us to have. Basically do an engagement, do a proposal, got on my knee and the whole thing. So that was really cool. And so we're definitely getting married. We're waiting for the K1 visa to be approved. And again, I'm back home here in Southern California in the desert, and Chris and I are talking every night. And the plan is just to give you guys a plan, tell you, you know, what our goal is. It's obviously to get her here to the States, to live with me, to get married, get her a job. She's interested in the culinary arts. She might, maybe I'll send her to the culinary school here, and then that'll provide a good foundation for her to have a career in working in a kitchen somewhere as a chef. Hopefully, that's her goal. So I want to support her in that goal. I'm going to share some photos of us together with you at the end of the video, so you have an idea. You'll see I'm marrying way up. She's a knockout, and I'm super happy and appreciative. I hope that this video provides for some help with guys that are out there thinking, man, you know, you're single, you're looking for the right girl. Maybe these girls from the United States, the American girls, are a little too jaded, a little too, you know, I guess Kardashianized for you. They are for me. So I found a simple, beautiful woman who's got incredible family values. She's gorgeous, and she really loves me, which is cool. I can feel the love. She's very dedicated to me, and she makes me feel great. I hope this video finds you well. I hope that if you're looking or considering going to the Philippines or going on FilipinoCupid.com to find your girl, I hope this is helpful. I do plan on sharing some more videos. I mean, right now, you know, I've brought you up to speed on where we're at. It's been like a year and a half or plus of dating, a couple trips over there. The K1 visa is filed, but there's more to come. And so I hope that you're interested in this video. If you have questions for me on our channel, just, you know, fire away. Again, this is new to me. I'm not a professional vlogger by any means, but I do want to help people, guys out there that are maybe thinking, you know, what's in my future? You know, would dating a Filipino girl work for me? So I'll try to make some more videos, some more details to share with you through my experiences. And again, thank you very much for watching. And I'll share some videos of Chris and I together on a couple of the trips that I've made over there, and some of the happiness that you'll see in the photos. Thank you very much.